According to spokesman.com, a group of squatters have made their home in the garage of an elderly couple, Don and Peggy Bayne of Spokane Valley, Washington. Weeks before, the group had been partying it up till all hours of the night that led to more than one complaint from Skippy's parents, and multiple disputes ending in vandalism. When Don and Peggy allowed their son, Skippy Ray Davis, to move into their garage, they never imagined they would be inviting a whole gang of squatters to live with them as well. Unfortunately, even after Skippy was arrested and booked on April 1st for drug-related charges, his girlfriend and group of friends still did not leave. So finally the police were called in, ultimately leading to the Baynes' surprise, absolutely nothing. When authorities finally showed up, they informed the squatters of their rights, telling them, "You can live here the rest of your life until the court throws you out." This is essentially true, according to the Landlord-Tenant Act, which was enacted in 1972. Because Skippy invited the group to live with him, a court order is needed to evict them. Now it's up to the lawyers to duke it out while the Baynes attempt to stay sane with their new and what they hope to be temporary neighbors. The squatters will most likely be evicted. However, where will they go? In the United States, there are already so many living out on the streets. On the other hand, the elderly couple deserves to live in peace just as much as the squatters do. So maybe what the two groups need isn't a court order, but a compromise.
According to CNN.com, 21-year-old Danny Santos of El Paso, Texas made $50,000 as a drug smuggler while in high school. His life in the drug world first began when he encountered a guy at a party who offered him a way to make quick cash by transporting drugs across the border. After proving himself trustworthy, Santos began to make bigger runs with bigger consequences. After 4 years and only being caught once, Santos no longer is in the smuggling business. Rather, he has directed his attention to boxing. Although Santos was one of the fortunate to have a safe escape from the harsh realities of the drug world, there are other teens that lack the same luck. El Paso County Attorney Jose Rodriguez says that there's a lot of money in the trade, a lot of inducement for a lot of young people to get involved. Advertisements in Mexico's newspapers offers jobs to teens who also want to take part in the financial overflow allowed to Santos. With the large financial struggle that currently affects Americans, teens are even more interested in getting money by any means necessary, despite the consequences. Along with the increase of drug smuggling, there may also be an influx of drugs in America, causing the economy to deteriorate even more so. Hopefully, with the recruiting of the teen mules, police and parents will be more observant to how and where teens are getting money.
According to CNN.com, on Thursday, April 16, 2009, in Denver, Colorado, Justin Angie Zapata, known as Angie, was born as a male but known as a woman. This is considered being a transgender, was murdered at age 18 by 32-year-old Alan Andre. Andre met Angie on the internet in the summer of 2008. Angie brought Alan to her apartment in Greenlee, Colorado, where they spent almost 3 days together. According to the police, while Angie was gone, Alan was at her house. He was looking at some photos that made him question Angie's gender. Alan confronted Angie about the photos and she stated, "I'm all woman." He then grabbed her and discovered male genitals. Alan admitted to the courts that he began hitting her with his fist, knocking her to the ground. He hit her with a fire extinguisher 2 times in the head. When he was talking to the police, he referred to Angie as an ape. He said when he realized what he had done, he then discovered her and covered her up with a blanket and cleaned up the mess. There was a gurgling sound coming from Angie and she began to spit up. Then he hit her in the head with the fire extinguisher again and killed her. Andre drove off with her car and left. When the police discovered Angie's car 2 weeks later, Alan was a prime suspect of being the killer. When Alan was talking on the phone to his friend, he stated, "Gay things must die." He was sentenced to first-degree murder, life without parole. What Alan did was wrong to Zapata. Everyone should be able to be who they want to be and not be punished for being different. It's sad that Angie lost her life because of someone else's hatred. No one should be discriminated against. Angie's friends and family will miss her dearly, and it's sad that she's gone.